Welcome, everyone, to famed Sanford Stadium between the hedges in Athens, Georgia, home to the Bulldogs and 90,000 of their closest friends. And a rivalry like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, the tradition and the history, but right here, right now, there's great intensity. This is why these guys came to these schools to play in games like this. And the Bulldogs will kick this away to get us going here. And he'll lead the kickoff right there to start from the 25. So the Clemson Tigers offense comes on the field to open this game. Well, Kirk, you could just feel the emotion, the intensity of this rivalry game right now.
Well, one thing we know is you work year-round for a rivalry game, and now it's right before your eyes. Let's see how these guys play today.
We'll try the ground game here with the running back. And the tackle is made, but let's check out what this flag is about. Open. Offense moving backwards after that holding penalty. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Here's a handoff on a counter. They'll stop him behind the line.
What makes a really good counter play is selling it to the defense. So you're going to go one way and then handing it off in the opposite direction. But if you don't sell it, you're just giving the defense more time to see what's going on. They can come up and make the tackle, just like you saw there.
The Tigers will crank up the tempo. On third down, he drops to throw. Trying to extend the play. And runner brought down, but looks like there's a flag on the field. Let's see what this is about. Hold it. Open. Obviously, the defense will decline that penalty on the offense and take the result of that play. And the Tigers will line up to boot it away. That's the first punt today for the offense. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. Can they catch him? All the way for a touchdown. And suddenly we have a lead change on that punt return for a touchdown.
You know, sometimes the difference in a game can be the special teams. I know personally I get so caught up in studying the offense and the defense, it's easy sometimes to overlook how big of a deal field position can be. And plays like this can be to the outcome of a game. We all just got a great reminder.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. Last time was a quick 3-and-out. Can they get a drive going this time? One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Second down play coming up for this offense. And now the running back's got it again. Breaks the tackle. Now he's got room to run. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. An explosive game. Big play. Moves the ball inside the 40.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see.
The sophomore able to get home with the sack.
Chris, this one's on the quarterback, in my opinion. He's got to have a better feel and a presence in the pocket to be able to either check it down or get rid of the ball. You just can't take the sack.
And now they'll run it on the draw. Man tackled after a small pickup there. Well, Kirk, you played in rivalry games. No shortage of inspiration, but how do you manage the emotion of it all?
Well, I think you need great leadership from the team. Sometimes teams don't handle the emotions of it, and the game can get sideways on you. The teams that play the best in rivalry games are the teams that have the best leaders that keep them focused on the task at hand.
And they will trot out the field goal team here. This will be an attempt from 52 yards. Let's see if he's got the distance. The field goal is good.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50-plus.
Fields it just outside the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. The Bulldogs offense comes out for their first possession today. First down here for this offense. Handoff running right. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
And now the running back's got it again. Breaks loose at the 45. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Tackle made after a big gain. First down and 10 now. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great block.
Touchdown, Dogs. Strong game by this quarterback. Here comes the point after attempt. PAT is good, so the lead now is 11. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. They'll start at the 25. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They were fortunate to get points on the last possession because of a long-range field goal. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. The tackle is finally made, but a huge gain. They'll spot the ball near midfield at the plus 49.
Man, another big-time catch by a Clemson wide receiver. How long have you and I been saying that, seems like, over the years? Going back to Sammy Watkins and DeAndre Hopkins and Mike Williams and Hunter Renfrow and T. Higgins, all those guys on the NFL having great careers, and now watching these players today in that same Clemson uniform making those big plays.
The Tigers will come to the line to run the hurry-up. Off the RPO, caught to the right. Finding space at the 20. They finally tackle him down at the 1 after that catch and run.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then
he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for a running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
And the extra point was up and good. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn on the early going here. Both offenses scoring touchdowns their last possession. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Back to pass. It's Ford. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete. Are we going to see a repeat? Remember, last time these teams played, it got ugly.
Chris, that's one of those games you just hate to see in a rivalry game when it gets so one-sided. Hoping today to see this defense play much better.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. Georgia setting up for the 1st and 10 now. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. He's going for a big play downfield. Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete.
Now, the offensive coordinator told us before the game they consider any one-on-one deep shot an advantage, but they couldn't connect on that try. Give credit to that defensive back, man. He played that perfectly.
He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
They get him at the 42, good enough for a first down. This Georgia offense is moving quickly down the field. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. Defense stops him, but that's a solid game.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
He'll take a deep shot here. Makes the catch downfield. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Georgia.
Chris, the timing between the quarterback and the receiver here is exceptional. Great route here to sell that post to the inside and then break it off to the corner. The quarterback anticipates it well, puts it on the money for that touchdown.
They had the extra point, and the lead now is 11, 21-10. Now they get set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer. Well, it's an incompletion here, but I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. He's moving out of the pocket. Breaking free at the 35. That's a nice gain to move the sticks here as time runs out in the first quarter. Let's check out the quarterback comparison here. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
Boy, what an incredible push by this defensive line. And if you're going to survive in the SEC, the teams that really separate themselves are the teams that have great defensive linemen, especially in the interior. And Georgia has had an incredible legacy over the years. And it's nice to see that this player right here is trying to live up to that.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. And he cannot escape the defense with a sack.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you've got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? They've got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
What a great play here by a Clemson defender. It makes you think of all these great Clemson defenders they've had over the years, like the Fridge or Daquan Bowers, Vic Beasley, Grady Jarrett, and of course most recently Miles Murphy, who
again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up. The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. And he can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on fourth down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop.
The pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
The pocket breaking down. Contact as he let the ball go. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up. Let's see if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. And the freshman able to get home with the sack.
If this team can hold on today and win, this pass rush deserves all the credit in the world. They have gotten after this quarterback so many times. Really, every time the opposing offense does something positive, it feels like a sack just stops any progress.
The coverage team makes the stop on this return. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. Last time they gambled and lost, went for it and fourth down in their territory and got stopped. Looking for his big tight end. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Well, the offensive coordinator with the right call, trying to take a shot there, but just poor execution. They couldn't come up with a big play. See if the coach tries it again later, or maybe in this.
Here's a shot toward the right sideline. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Looks like he's going to run it.
Love to see quarterbacks try to keep a play alive. He gave it everything he had here. He came up short of the first down. Boy, he gave him a chance.
Are you serious? The offense going for it inside their own 30. Needs a completion here on fourth down. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. The offense gets a fresh set of downs.
I thought the defense did a pretty good job here on this fourth down, but how about the quarterback? Throws an absolute laser to get that one in there for the first down.
Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Looking to throw. It's Ford. And the sophomore's got him for a sack.
Well, they give up a huge pass play, and they come back with a sack on the very next play. This defense was hoping to stop the bleeding, and they do so with that sack.
Breaks loose at the 40. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
But great patience and acceleration to be able to pick up this first down by this back from Georgia. You think of Georgia backs, you think about Herschel Walker right away, right? Sonny Michel, Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, Noshawn Marino. I mean, the list goes on and on of great Georgia backs.
Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
How many first downs is that on this drive? This defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
Georgia now operating in the red zone. Working tight windows. It's Ford. The tight end has got it. He takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. So Well, still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. That blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Lets it fly to the wideout, and he's got it. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. And the Tigers looking to crank up the tempo a bit. That's the 2-minute warning. Let's see if this offense can do something before the break to cut into this big lead. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Looking downfield, it's Proctor. Caught near the sideline, but just a short gain. Makes the ground, but doesn't get much. He's going to be ruled down short of the marker. The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. Pass is caught. He's found some room at the 45. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency.
Man, isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out in space.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Got him. He's sacked. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. It's their first timeout. The Tigers will bring their punt team on the field now. He's on to boot it away now. It looks like no return here as that punt heads out of bounds. The back behind the quarterback now in the pistol. Looking to throw it on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Finding space at the 20. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. First down at 10. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. Finally marked out after a big gain, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. Holding penalties can be the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it stalls this one. A penalty backs up the offense. It's 1st and 15. Offense will keep it on the ground here. He's tackled just short of the 20-yard line.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Scanning the field, it's Ford. Looking for his big tight end. Here's a wide-open receiver, complete. Tackle finally made, but it's a big gain. Moves the ball to the 48. First down, looking to throw the football. Looking for his big tight end. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a...
The ball is picked off. It's a short return. They bring him down to the 22, but this defense steps up, makes a big play.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being...
The freshman making an impact play there.
This offensive line, flat out, not... of this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of, Chris, get this, 7 sacks in this game so far.
He'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. Meadows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys. And I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion. And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the returner will be brought down. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. And this offense trying to build in a very impressive first-half performance, trying to stretch the lead right away here in the third. And they'll stop him after a short gain.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Tries the right with a quick throw. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Dogs. And the route is on. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. And looking to throw now on first down. He's escaping the pocket now. Breaking free at the 35. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself. Picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
After the first play, they're very close to midfield already. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
Handing off on the draw play. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure works. And the Tigers will send the punt team onto the field. On to kick now for the 5th time today. And no chance for a return as the punt sails out of bounds. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Looking to make a big play downfield. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down. 2nd down play coming up. Keeping it on the ground here. Tackled after the 3-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 7. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Short connection to the tight end here. Stop out at the 39, but good enough for a first down.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a 3rd down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision and act.
And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. Defense recovers the fumble. It's a turnover.
Oh, what a play by this defense. Trailing in the second half. Really, the only way you can get back into this game is create turnovers. Ball's on the ground, they pounce on it, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
He's got some room. Can he get there? Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a 1st and goal for this offense. The Tigers will line up now. It's 1st and goal. The offense with some pre-snap motion. Quarterback keeps the football. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
I like what the offensive coordinator is trying to do here to try to keep the defense off balance by mixing up his play calling. Hey, you got to give the defense a lot of credit. They're not...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
And the point after makes it a 35-17 deficit. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away.
Georgia, 35, Clemson.
He'll return it from inside the 5. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. That fumble in the last possession set up a touchdown. And they bounce back from that costly error here. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Now it's second down here. He hands it off from the gun. That'll be enough for a first down, brought down at the 43.
Great play by the running back here, just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
Georgia setting up with a 1st and 10 now. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Georgia. And this one is getting ugly.
Number 14.
The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
A tough situation for the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
They'll kick it away here. Oh, and he's got some space here. He's brought down. Effort to make something of that return. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. So first play of the drive coming here. They'll start at their own 49. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Dropping back. It's 4. Pressure is coming. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
Well, another sack. You know, as the offensive coordinator, you're ahead in this game. Maybe you should change the game plan to help your quarterback a bit. This pass rush has gotten home way too many times, and you should focus more on preserving the...
Just runs through a man. A mismatch. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. That's a crucial touchdown, Kirk. The offense padding its lead now here in the second half.
Yeah, you get into this second half, you start to count possessions and how big your lead is. Now that you're up 2 possessions, you can start to play really smart football, not just on offense, but on defense as well.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time and have put together a positive drive here. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll run it here. The running back has the ball. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Looks like Clemson will have the first down.
You know, to me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a first down.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6. Back behind the quarterback, aligned in the pistol. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
But I feel like they call that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situations, much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Jukes to get free. Fights through a tackle. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the 3rd quarter of play. Well, Kirk, it's Georgia on top so far. It's been pretty one-sided so far at the end of 3. Let's check out the stats. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. To throw, it's Matthews. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
And how about the job by this defense? I mean, we really expected this offense to be able to come into this game, put up big yards and a lot of points. And here we are in the 4th quarter. Collectively, they don't even have 200 yards total offense, and they just seem to be out of sync.
Breaks clear, end zone ahead. Tackle is finally made, but an explosive gain. They'll move it down to the 23-yard line. Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Finds his man. It's Thompson. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Can he reach the end zone? Touchdown, Clemson. This offense cannot be stopped.
You know, today's not been their day, but the thing you can always hang your hat on is these guys are still competing. They come up with a touchdown here late in the 4th quarter. Can use that as hopefully some momentum into next week.
And the point after is good.
That makes the score Georgia 49, Clemson.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
Number 11 set to kick this one away.
He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not a very good field position to start here. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? Ball handed off. Finding some room at the 25. And that will pick up the first down. They'll spot it at 38. Just pounding away for another big gain. But you wonder if this defense is beginning to lose its will a little bit.
I think they are losing their will. You can tell by the way they're tackling. It's been a very impressive performance by this offense and by this running back. You got to believe they're just looking to add to this lead with yet another touchdown.
So the holding penalty in the offense backs him up 10 yards. Receivers are bunched together. Looking to pass. It's Ford. Bringing pressure. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Chris, as this game evolves every year with college football, we see more and more versions of some kind of spread offense. It puts so much pressure on this linebacker position because they're asked to do so much. This linebacker is able to sit back in zone, be comfortable in space, make the right read, and be able...
Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Touchdown, Dogs. And the beatdown continues. And momentum really building now. This one could get out of hand here in a hurry.
And that's the last thing you want to do in a rivalry game. Not just lose the game, but get embarrassed. Man, you got to fight for 60 minutes.
And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Getting set. Here's second down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. On the run, he'll let it go. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Not a big return, but the pick ends the scoring trip. The offense will now take over at the 30.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute when the defense knows it's coming. Here, the interception cost them.
First play of the drive, they come out throwing. And it's incomplete, even in a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure. They'll run this play from the pistol formation. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Touchdown, Georgia. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about. Whether it's the quarterback, running back, receivers, the offensive line, the entire unit has been dominant.
And the PAT is good. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And so it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, that one's picked off. Look out, he's got some space. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Well, that interception really about costing the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in and down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
This is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
Looking for a deep completion. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
But Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's fourth down.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Brought down to the 27. It's a first down. This offense really threatening now.
Boy, that is some determination by this offense here. Picking up a new set of downs on the run. The call works out perfectly. You just needed 2 yards, you pick it up, and now you've got another chance at points.
They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. That completion sets up a second down play. Back to throw. It's Ford. It's an out route. The catch made. The tackle is made. The offense is now set up for a first and goal from the 8.
You know, they've got a lead here late in the game, and the play calling, I think, shows you how much confidence they have in this quarterback. He's had a pretty clean game today, and this decision to still throw the ball with the lead.
Touchdown, Bulldogs. And the route is on. But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point splits the uprights. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
That makes the score Georgia 70. Clemson 24.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. That's strong coverage there. He tackled him at the 11-yard line.
Clemson offense will take over.
Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. Nice grab. It's Hart. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
1st and 10 now for the offense. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. The offense recovers the fumble.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks have got to do a better job of having awareness and taking care of the football. Felt like he got the ball away from his body there a little bit, allowing it to be knocked free. He caught a break because one of his own teammates was able to see that and get on top of the ball.
So 2. Puts him in a tough spot. 3rd and very long. It's press coverage now from these DBs. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers. And now here comes the point after attempt. And it's good.
The kick is good.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back.
Clemson 31.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. What a satisfying feeling for this team. Just run out the clock and let the celebration begin. And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Dropping back. It's 4. He's looking deep here. The catch is made for a huge pickup. And he's in the clear down the right side. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Dogs. And this one is getting ugly.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play call, and continuing to put points on the board.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. This has been a monumental mismatch, a beatdown for the ages. It's almost over, thankfully. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down. A completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Oh, and he dropped it over the middle. There. Now brings up third down. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Looking to throw it again. The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Oh, Chris, against zone coverage like that, and the ball thrown deep down the middle of the field, you've got to layer that throw in. Very challenging throw, requires a nice touch with a strong arm, and the quarterback that time just did not make.
It's a deep throw down the right sideline. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, Georgia. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. Well, a touchdown to a wide open man. Kirk, what in the world was going on the defensive side of that one?
What was the defense thinking here? You can't let a player roam free like that. They just completely forgot about him and gifted him a touchdown.
Bringing it out. It's Hart. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. This thing is so out of hand, all you can do now is play for a little shred of pride. It's a sack. They've got it back at the 4-yard line.
It is a sack party out there for this defense. Everything going their way. You know that this offense is going to try to throw the football down by such a big margin late in the game. And this defensive line is bringing the heat. They come up with another sack.
Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Hey, there's the execution that's been lacking most of this game, but they'll take it. You know, you try to do everything that you can to learn and try to build for the future. And at this point in the game, it's obviously over, but you love to see the offense coordinator still giving this quarterback opportunities.
Wow, that is interception number 4 today for this QB. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And the defense adds 6 from the interception return.
Great job here by the defense coming up with yet another play. Boy, they are just pouring it on today, dominating in every phase.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. They need a couple of miracles here in the final 2 minutes to rescue what's been a very, very rough outing so far. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Receiver makes the grab. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be?
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
It's a big gain all the way to enemy territory. Tackled at the 45.
That's textbook execution by the receiver on the corner route for the first down. And a good find by the quarterback.
The offense really clicking here. To throw, it's Matthews. A sack on the play could not escape the pass rush. And the defense stops the clock with a timeout. 29 seconds left.
This defense has been lights out today. Great job once again applying pressure on this quarterback. This poor quarterback, he doesn't know what he has seen today. Not able to get anything going to be able to try to compete in this game. They're down big, and now they're
looking to throw it deep. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down. And he drops back in the gun. Heavy pressure. He lets it go.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
And the punt heads out of bounds, taking the dangerous returner out of play here. Here's the first play of the drive. It started at the 28. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He eludes the rush. They escaped one tackler, couldn't escape the rest. They got him for a sack.
Loss of 2 yards on the play. Second down coming up.